Now I feel like ice so shiny. Hey y'all boy, welcome back to my channel. I try to make sure, because if you watched the last vlog, you know I am just coming up off sunburn and I am trying to not go back to that, trying to make sure I'm covered. Because I wanted the sun shining on me, but I didn't want to sit in the sun, but I ended up having to. That man on TikTok that can like look up a gate and find your location, he got me real aware of what's shown in the picture. But anyway, I realized I just started making videos, no introduction or nothing. So if you're new here, I'm about to basically do a low A, no Q. I didn't ask nobody no questions, but I'm about to give some answers, you know? If you ain't, go and do me a favor, subscribe to the page, go watch and like some of the videos, comment, share to your friend, tell your friend to subscribe. And what I am doing today is kind of, I guess I can call it a book haul, because these are all the books that I own. I'm going to answer some questions that nobody asked me while going over the books I have, because I am a new reader. I've been reading since 2022, which I'm one of those people who before that would have been the last time I picked up a book was in college. And depending on how long it takes me to go, it shouldn't take me long to go through the books I read. I will also read the books that I read but I don't own, because baby, when I start, books is a little expensive, and the library right there for free. The books right there in the library for free. Go support your local libraries. Libraries are, they are like business hubs. Like, don't sleep on the help that the library is supposed to be for the community. Like, the library is the place. So I'll start by, my name is Tanisha, or Tonisha, or Tanisha. I ain't start all that. It really just, I guess, depending on what people feel like what they call me. That's the rest of doing stuff like this outside. I ain't gonna try to sneak me, that's a squirrel. But as you can see, it's Tanisha. There is no thing that most people call me. You would think that most people would call me Nisha, but that name never stuck for me. Only people call me Nisha were boys that I talked to. That's how, like, yeah, that's how you know you ain't been. You call me Nisha, are we really that close if you call me Nisha? And when I decided to go on the journey of reading, which I decided to do because I learned that Americans are not the smartest. And that saying, what the saying is, if you want to hide something in plain sight from a black person, put it in a book, it offended me. So I'm like, yeah, let me start reading to at least try to like it, you know. And I started a book club with my college friends. And we went a good year, so most of these books were book club reads. This was the first one, When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. And I tried, I only read black authors. Like, when I look up a book to find a book to read, I get on TikTok and I look up black authors. Like, and I hate when people try to like, when people hear me say that and they try to be like, no, you need to read the others. I will, after I read all the black authors. Fuck. When No One Is Watching, this book is about gentrification and the horrors of gentrification in the hood. It's on some Michael Peely horror type stuff. It was a really, 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 really good book, and I've had beef with gentrification since I read this book. Let me see some answers. I'm 33, which means I was born in 92. I just had a birthday. If you go look, I went on a solo cruise for my 33rd birthday. That was wonderful. Had a great time. I want to book another cruise so bad. Like, I already want to go on another cruise. Like, that was my first time on Virgin Voyages, but I've been on MSC Cruise Line, and I've been on Carnival, of course. I've been on Carnival like 3-4 times, but I ain't been on Carnival since 2018, so I want to go on Carnival again. Now that more, you know, I love ghetto things. That's my jive. I'm a ghetto girl, so I love ghetto things. Let's see. I'm a Taurus. Even though the society is making me not like the horoscope thing, because I am tired of people being like, oh my God, you cried today because you're a Taurus. Like, what? I cried today because I'm sad. What's wrong with you? The next book that my book club had read was Viola Davis's autobiography. This was good. this got me emotional. I'm a crybaby. I will cry, baby. I will. Most of these books had me crying. I watch a movie and cry. Yeah, that's how I get. Cause I used to be one of them nonchalant, emotionless people, and I would cry. I'd schedule a cry every now and then, but now these days I cry so easily. The thing I realized about reading autobiographies is because I don't believe in motivation. I don't believe in like motivational speeches and stuff. When people want to do things, they're gonna do it. Like, yeah. So I don't like to read motivational books, but I think a good pivot to that for me is autobiographies because you learn so much. Especially I'm reading someone who I consider successful, so to listen to their journey, hear where they go, and get the advice that they give, like it's that it might be healing that my need for a mentor. I can kind of get that from reading people's autobiographies. She had a hard upbringing, and she persevered. That's basically the synopsis. Is that the right word? I hate when I do this. I use a word, second guess myself, and the whole time I was using the word right. I'm pretty sure synopsis. Nah, I can't say that word. Yeah, good read. I would definitely read it. It's motivational, even though that ain't, it's all biography. It ain't set out to be a motivational book. Some more basic little E's for me. I'm from Charleston. That's the dialect. Geechee. Born and raised Charleston, South Carolina. My parents from Charleston are like, we just talk like this. We just tell it. There's clearly history behind why we talk like this. There's literally a thing going on Twitter right now. Not Twitter, Lord. TikTok. I miss Twitter. I ain't even on Twitter no more. There's literally a thing going on TikTok right now with Bahamian people discovering our accents and seeing how much we sound alike. I've been making TikToks for like 3 years now, so I've been aware of the comparison. I've also been aware of us being compared to, I don't want to say it wrong, where Rihanna from. They say we sound like them too. And I see people on TikTok saying we sound like people from Louisiana, New Orleans specifically. And I've heard it a couple of times, but I think it's just our slang terms are similar. But yeah, that's where I'm from, born and raised. This is all I know. They say black people don't have culture, but clearly, I don't think the beef flew in the camera, but it was the beef. I'm cultured, baby. I'm Gullah Geechee. I'm ignorant to the culture, but I can look at that. I know a little something. That's on the list of things. Because out of all the places you could be, why would you be right there? Like, I trying to shoot content. Let's see. High school, class of 2010. Whoop, whoop. I am millennial if you couldn't tell. College, class of 2014. We just had our 10-year reunion from graduating college. Well, we had our 10th homecoming since we graduated college. And it's like the 10-year reunion of us graduating. It brings into a perspective of how fast time flies. We just been to college the day before yesterday, and now it's been 10 years. Like, it's a crazy wraparound between time really do fly, and we still got time. Cause do we really? But yeah. I did a 3-year stint in Richmond, Virginia. Lived there for 3 years. It was cool. I used to always tell people there was no difference between Richmond and Charleston because I was in the hood spots. I went to hood clubs. I tried to find black-owned restaurants. I was around hood people. Like, I like ghetto shit. Like I said, so I'm gonna stay where I'm comfortable. I'm one of them people. I am comfortable around hood ghetto shit. I am. When you get a little too suburban, that's you in order to experience racism, you got to be around the others. So if you're not really around the others, you might get some anti-blackness. But we can talk. I can talk about that with my brothers and sisters. I don't know. Mm-mm. I hear the airplane. Yeah. I try to make sure I stay in the pattern of the books. This is the next book my book club read. It's called Nightcrawler by Leila Motley. This was good. This was good. This was about, I'll say, some of the hardships of poverty and the abuse of power of the police, and just, you know, how cause and effect, like how shit can affect your life and make shit turn out. This was a good one. Dang, maybe I should have wrote down my own cues so my A's could flow better. I can't believe that be trying to attack me. The basic, oh, I am churn. I don't want no churn. I'm a bluntie for life, rich auntie. That's me. Unfortunately, I identify as a straight woman, so I'm attracted to men. Wait, did I say wait, what did I say this time? I identify as a straight woman. Unfortunately, I'm attracted to men. I love women too, though. Women are beautiful. I put the Q in LGBTQAI plus also. Shout out to gang. I'm not dating. I'm not interested in dating until I get my life together. I am the potential. This is the person with the potential I'm working on. I ain't gonna block my blessings, but I'm not interested in that right now. When we see me in an RV, then that RV gonna say I'm back outside dating again, and I'd be dating for a life partnership, not just a whatever. Oh man. So this was the next book my book club read, and this book was technically our first urban book, but really I feel like all the books we were reading were urban books, because black authors tend to make black ass shit, which that's what they mean when they say urban. They just wasn't sex books. And this, I guess, technically qualifies as smut. That's what they call it on TikTok. I don't know if I hope they call it that here. Yeah, a predictable good read. Like, it's a sex book. It is what it is. Yeah, it's good for what it's supposed to be. I don't drink. I'm a vegetarian. I'm currently elevated, which is why my brain is getting very distracted. My brain is getting distracted. I love being elevated and being outside. There's so many spider webs over there. It's very, very interesting. Of course, for it to be over there, not over here. But what's the cue? You know what? I could talk about, since I mentioned my RV. That's the purpose of this YouTube. I wanted to document my journey from my blue walls, meaning that's my when you see the blue walls, I'm in my childhood room, in my childhood home. That's what I love. And it's like from there to RV, because it was the whole. I've had a taste of freedom, and these last 3 years have been such a blessing. I've had the ability to enjoy life. Like, I was making money to enjoy life, not to pay bills, and it was on hand money. So I did the work and I got the money on hand, and all of these things have now warped my perception of this reality, because that traditional 9 to 5, all of it seems so crazy. Now I can sit down, get my RV, and then start slowly having the fun again. And the hope is that the YouTube journey can bring me some of that financial freedom again, like seriously. And it's like all I gotta do is document the journey. I can do that. I can. I already was making. I've been making content on TikTok and Instagram since 2022. So it's like, come on. This whole time I've been recording the unlearning of the norms of society. I've been recording the personal healing that I've been doing. I'm self-diagnosed on the spectrum. I don't give myself a thing, but it's clear as day I'm on the spectrum. It's been clear as day there for me. The next book my book club read was Nipsey Hussle's biography. This was the book club started getting shaky. Lifestyle life with people start reading the books, so it's like y'all not coming to the book club meetings, the review, like what's going on? Why you not reading the books anymore? This book was so good. This book was so good. It's the same vibe that Viola did. It's so motivational, and it's just like, this book had me crying because it just really highlighted what a good soul Nipsey was. Like it made me really like mourn this man, like, because I didn't know much about Nipsey. I knew who Nipsey was, but I'm not a big fan of West Coast music. Like I'm a Southern girl. That's my jam. But I love Lauren London, so of course, you know, that bring me more into the world. And I knew of him as an activist. Like I knew of what he was doing in his community, and I knew of him for that too. So I've always cheered for him because we about black excellence over here. We about encouraging the community and bettering the community over here. This was an amazing read. They mentioned books in this that when I am in a more, let me sit down and read this educational books, they mentioned some books in here that I'm going to read. But this was a great one. It had me crying like a baby. But yeah, I just want to document my journey, so when it happens, other people might can see and be like, well, if she can do it, I can do it. And it's like, exactly, that's exactly, like, if one person can do it, you can do it too. There's nothing, like, there's no, the things that you think are stopping you, you can get over that obstacle. You just have to really lock in and try, and use your resources around you. Let trusted people around you know what's going on. Like it'll work out. Keep God first. Like I said, I feel like I've found a certain type of financial and mental freedom, which feels like breaking free of the matrix, the simulation, however you want to call the society. And I forgot what I said. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I broke free. I feel like I'm breaking free a little bit, so it's like I want to show a non-traditional way of doing it in case someone else want to break free. Like, you don't even have to do it how I did it. I just want to show that it's possible to be done in this non-traditional way. And I'm really trying to capitalize on the blessing of not having bills while I can. Because like I said, these last 3 years, I'm bullshitting with it in the sense of what could have been building and saving. You guys was outside. I did the book club with my college friends because within waking up, you know, you just, everybody can come. Everybody can come. So I've been trying my best to find common denominators with people, because I didn't mention that I don't drink, but I was what I call alcoholic in training. Like, I was a bitch drinker. I was a blackout drunker. Like I used to say, I don't just casually drink. I drink to get drunk, and it was what I now would articulate as bad. And it was just like, when you get blackout drunk, are you really living life? Because you have no memory of the things you've been going through. Like, there's so many things that I don't have memory of. I only know of what somebody else said. And what if that person lied? What if that person's lying? That means I don't even know reality. So it's just, and then you see the generational alcoholism and how it's enabled and what it really is. It's like, oh yeah, let me stop. Let me pump the horses on it. So this was the next read. Maybe this is a romance novel. She turned this into a 3-book series. I've read both of the 2 out of the 3 books. I only own this one. The other one I got from the library, and the 3rd series literally came out, I think, last week. So I am on hold to the library for it to get it, because I'm not in a place to be buying books, but I'm gonna read that sucker, because this was good, the 2nd one was good, they already seen the 3rd one was good. Like, this lady, Ronnie Kennedy is her name, she know how to write romance novels, like, and I be seeing on TikTok, she has other books that's really good. Like, I don't even want to give a breakdown or nothing of this. Just, if you have not read this and you want to read romance, there's lessons in this too. That's the other thing I like about reading nonfiction. It's lessons in it too. Like, especially because I'm reading romance, it's a lot of, like, especially this other series I'm gonna get to, it was a lot of, like, woman empowerment. It's a lot of, like, woman empowerment, like, just healing. Both of her books have healings in it. Before I Let Go is this one, and what's the 2nd one called? The 2nd series in this book, the 2nd book in this series is called This Could Be Us. So it's Before I Let Go and This Could Be Us, and then the last one that just came out is called Can't Get Enough. Is it Can't Get Enough? Yeah, Can't Get Enough is the 3rd one that I'm waiting for to come out. Check those books out if you have not. Okay. What answers was I giving with no questions? What was I talking about? Me and my journey. Why doing this? To document non-traditional living, essentially. Because I feel like with the climate of the world right now, the government is trying to make people panic. And I just think that within that, like, they're trying to make us panic, and a lot of us are at the point where we can't, but we do need answers for things, and the answers is to get back to our history and what we used to do. And, like, it's like, don't act like there wasn't a time before a thing you act like you can't live without. Like, there was a time, I'm 32. I lived in a time where I didn't have a cell phone. Like, so to act like I can't live without my cell phone is crazy, because you used to know a time like that. And that during the 3 years of fun, I was doing Uber Eats, like I said, and it got me used to money on hand, quick money, and within the opportunity of still not having no bills, I could get a job and make a little bit of money and survive while doing the other ventures that I want to do. So that's what because, like I said, I feel like I've broken out the matrix, and I feel like God is showing me that, girl, you giving in by looking for a traditional job. You giving in to capitalism and what this is. Just do it. Do the adventure. So we'll see what God has in store. Cause yeah. So the next book that I read after this was About Love. Is that right? All About Love by Bell Hooks. If you've watched any of my content on any other platform, you know this book has changed my life. This is the only kind of motivational self-help book that I've read. And honestly, the way it affected my life plays into why I don't read them other ones. Like, it brought me so much perception and understanding about, like, this is the bit, like, I've always felt like was weird. Like, it's just like, why do you think the things that you do equate to love? Like, that don't make sense to me. This kind of helped me get into the understanding that just simply everybody loves differently. And just because I don't think something has a way to display love doesn't mean someone else does. And it really helped me with my dialect and how I communicate and talk about love and stuff. Like, read this. I think this is a great book. People should read it. It just, ooh. And now, books I read that I don't have in between was Confessions of, what's the edged thing? Good Girl. Confessions of Alleged Good Girl was a library book that I had. Young adult section. Good book. Good book on, it was really about coming into your womanhood and virginity and stuff. I feel like it's a good book for, of course, preteens and little girls who may be thinking about sex, and adults that never had the talk. They never had to talk with you. I feel like if you never get a good talk, you automatically lose on points, because, like, no one told you. Like, yeah. Another one that I read that I do not have is Promise Boys, another young adult book. Another good read, like a murder mystery, I guess, or thriller, murder thriller. Basically, it was a school shooting. They was like, who shoot this person? And you go through the book of them trying to figure out which one of these boys shoot this person. I had started reading another one that I didn't finish. DNR, that do not read. I actually do own it. I just left it in the house because it was on the DNR list for me. Will Smith's autobiography. I have it in there, but I kept trying to start it. It wasn't getting me. I've seen a lot of people say it's good, so I figured one day I might end up reading it, but whatever. And the next book that I read, we're getting into this good old series. Now, like I say, I usually read Black authors under my book club, and one of the young ladies was what most people around me may call a little strange, but you know they call me a little strange too. And she put me on Guild. This is, if I'm not mistaken, it's a 4-part series. It's a 4-series book, and I'm missing one. I'm missing the book, the third one. I think I rented that one from the library. I didn't buy it. Did I say it's Greek mythology? If I'm not mistaken, that's with King Midas. King Midas is about King Midas and the fuckboy that he is. Romance up in here too. This one had me crying too. Woman empowerment, just boundaries and self-value and manipulations and narcissists, and it was good. This ain't no Black author, but it was good. It was good. I would, if you think you got the time, it's Guild. Glint, Gleam is the third one, and Glow is the fourth one. Great. And Raven Kennedy is the author of that one. More A's, but there will be no Q's. When I get to RV, there are several options I can go with this. So, I presented several of my friends who have houses. Like, hey, I get this RV. I can be your in-house nanny. I just need to park my RV on your land, and I will spend time with your children. It's like, the idea that I had is like, kind of like, let's say the children in school, they get out of school. You get out of school, they get out of school, and you get out of work at the same time, right? So I would come to give you time to wind down, give you time to cook dinner, because I don't cook. But I'm entertaining the children. If they schools don't give schoolwork no more, so we can do some educational stuff. I don't mind going out. I'm a very childish person. I don't mind going outside with children and stuff. Like, yeah, I can entertain your child for you basically while you get your shit together. And all you gotta do is let me park my RV. Yeah, that's the one of the thoughts with it. The other thought is to travel the U.S. and just learn, travel until I bump into a man that will take care of me and make me a stay-at-home wife with no kids. And another one is like kind of like reverting back to the Matrix, but getting the RV, parking it on some land in the country, start a little garden, and just like live a country life. So those are some of the paths that I went with the RV. Because I actually never had like dreams of a home. I always felt like houses were for families, and I had no family, so I never was tripping. I hope y'all can hear me over the wind, because I realized it's picking up. Then somebody I knew bought a townhouse, and I was like, you know what, I can do a townhouse. That makes sense for a single person. And then also, if I were to get like a partner, it don't make sense, like, because a house ain't and then, like, you know, you start learning, or I started hearing about, like, you know, investments and having property and the reasons to get a house. But the thing is, a lot of the people around me that have houses, and I feel like the sun is burning my face, had HOA. And I just ain't about you telling me what I can and can't do with something that's supposed to be mine. These communities give Stepford life. All the houses look the same. A lot of people barely have backyard. Ain't really no parking. And I'm the type of person, I imagine myself having the type of space that I call a home, that I throw events. People come to my house on weekends and we party, because I am a hoster. I host stuff. Y'all gonna start to see, I just be hosting. Get some of that content out. Because unbeknownst to y'all, a recession might come through. Okay, we getting into the good books. Hold on, let me stop this video. All right, we getting to the good books. So I don't own any of these books. The Guild Gleam, them in the last books that I bought. Oh, I'm lying. I do own a book I'll get to. The next series that I read, because obviously I must like series, was it's actually, so the Before I Let Go and stuff, that's gonna get turned into, I think, either a movie or a series. But Children of Blood and Bone is also about to be a movie, and I just read the series. I ain't gonna even try to, that author name, I ain't gonna mess it up, so I ain't gonna try to say it. But it's the 3-book series. So Children of Blood and Bone is the first one, and then the second one is Children of Virtue and Vengeance. And then the third one was, what's the third one? Oh wait, maybe Children of Vengeance is the second one. Anguish and Anarchy. Ooh, so that's one of them, like, paradigm. Like, I think paradigm is the right word. Like, you can think it's metaphorical for like slavery in American culture, or just poverty. It's people being discriminated against. There's magic involved, little magical witchy stuff. Black people are gifted, of course. It's a fight for, it's a story of a civil war and a fight for freedom, and enemies attacking from all over and getting power back. Generational traumas and curses. Lessons are in it. Listen, if the book don't have lessons, is it really a book? Is it really a book if you ain't a lesson in the book? No, I don't need to believe and motivate. I don't need like people to motivate me directly. I think that's why God made me point in this direction of not only books. I also have gotten into documentaries, because I'm learning history through music. So I've been watching hip hop and music documentaries to learn history, because Black history and music go hand in hand. Like, we in the music, we put it in the music. The pain, what's going on, the real is in the music. So yeah, because it is learning what those white people was doing to the enslaved people is always learning what was really going on during segregation is always and then realizing how close that was. Like, that really was yesterday for real. Like, don't try to that's okay. I can give that answer. I don't celebrate holidays anymore. Definitely no pagan holidays, I guess. I don't identify as a Christian, so I don't celebrate any of those. I do believe in God. Me and God like this, one of her favorites. Because if we're gonna give an entity, because entities don't have genders. If we're gonna give an entity like God a gender, it makes the most sense on what you know of a man to be and what you know of a woman to be. Why wouldn't God be a woman? A black woman specifically. Like, we have the portal between the spiritual realm and this realm right there. Like, it's right there. It's right there. And we have the Eve gene. Like, tell me you're God without tell me you're goddess without telling me you're goddess. Like, what are we really talking about? Like, but yeah, I don't celebrate holidays except, so like for like Mother's Day, what I do is when I have the funds, I'll get a Mother's Day gift, but from a small black owned business. Same with Father's Day. Back when I celebrated holidays, New Year Eve, St. Patrick's Day, and Halloween, and my birthday, of course, was all my favorite holidays because, of course, I was a raging alcoholic and you drink for all of those. But now, so I still celebrate New Year Eve. I'm intentional about how I bring in the new year, and it's always some type of celebration. I go hard for Halloween. During the month of October, like in 2023, I did 31 days of Halloween, which I made content for. I did a Halloween costume each day. Anytime I have the funds to do it, I'm going to do that. I love dressing up. I love Halloween. I love the idea of, I think it's because I am a free person. Like, when other people seem to be enjoying the type of freedom that I feel like I always have, I love to see that. And you get that during that type of holiday. Like, you can dress up and literally go out in a mask. You can be something that you always wanted to be. You can just do, like, I love freedom, okay? What else holiday I still celebrate? I think that's it. I'm real strict about Thanksgiving. I don't even go over to the family house no more on Thanksgiving. Like, I don't mess with no holiday that had nothing to do with genocide. I don't mess with no Valentine's Day, that's genocide. St. Patrick's Day, that's genocide. Christopher Columbus, President's Day. Like, I cannot believe, like, to find out that George Washington's teeth was not, in fact, wood, which never really made sense, but was, in fact, slave teeth. Like, who are y'all playing with? Abe Lincoln didn't really free the slaves. Like, who are y'all playing? Like, don't allow them to feed your children the lies. Don't do it. You know, track. Well, I talk about holidays that I still celebrate and doing. Of course, my birthday is a big thing. It's always a big thing. I think that's all I still really do. New Year. What other holidays is there? Valentine's Day, don't do that. Oh, I do Black Love Day. Black Love Day is February 13th. What else in February? Black History Month. March. St. Patrick's don't mess with it. Easter don't mess with it. April Fool's don't mess with it. Cinco de Mayo don't mess with it. Mother's Day and Father's Day, I do the black owned business. Juneteenth, we out here, of course. August, what holiday in August? One of them, or Labor Day. September, what holiday in September? No, Labor Day in September. What's in August? No Christmas. I don't mess with Christmas. And it was a gradual. It went from I don't mess with Christmas, I'm messing with capitalism and big business, to I'll shop and get small business to know I ain't doing that shit at all. Especially if I don't have it. If I don't have it, you're not getting it. But I also, because I don't celebrate holidays, when I have it and your birthday comes around, I try to get birthday gifts. Like, it's just because I want to cancel a norm. I do try to, like, it's like it makes the most sense to try to pour into people in other ways, because I see the way the system has holidays set up. It's like joy within the BS system. They give you a little to look forward to, and it's like, find a way to sprinkle that still throughout people's lives, because people don't show people gratitude, appreciation, and just love them out loud a lot, except for when holidays. Like, a lot of families don't even get together unless it's a holiday, so, which is weird. I've been asking my friends, because, you know, I watch a lot of TV and stuff, and you know how in movies and TVs, people will just invite their friend over for dinner, and they cook and sit around the table and have dinner. Do black people not do that? Do poor people not do that? Is that your norm? It's not a norm for me. I ask my friends that have houses and husbands and stuff now, do they do that? No. They was like, do you want to start doing that? I mean, it could build a little community better. It'll help with, you know how we have these kids in our life who we love them, but they barely know us. They see us more, you know. Next book I got from the library that was very good was Home is Where the Bodies Are. That book was good. I just recently read that one. Generational secrets, traumas, just because they family don't mean they good people. Sometimes you got some people off, because at the end of the day, no matter what a person's title is to you, they are just another human. And the reality is, some humans are evil. Some humans are evil people. And if that evil person has a title in your life, like, they're supposed to be close to you, but it's like, do you really want evilness around you? I don't. You can only be around me if that character good. That character ain't good. I don't care nothing about that label. But in that book, yeah, good book. It got a little predictable at the end, but it took me the time in which I predicted what was about to happen. It was happening, so it wasn't too bad. Definitely a good read. And again, that book is Home is Where the Bodies Are, by Geneva Rose. And Geneva Rose is another one who I've seen people talk about a couple of her books. Why because that book ain't in the stack. I'll go get it, because I read this. Now, Katrina Taylor is my favorite rapper, and she has this book called The Baddest. And I was like, when I saw that she had this book coming out, I was like, you know what? To say that's my favorite rapper, I'm not like a good fan. Like, I don't buy things of people that's already rich. Okay, I can support a small business, but if you black, but if you already rich, baby, there are people out here who aren't trying to get it. Like, let's support the people. That's love. Why can't it be, like, even on the internet, when they be like, we made the wrong person famous, we get the wrong person money, why can't it be, we just keep doing it? Like, we get an artist on the pedestal, we push them, let them actually get rich, then move on to the next one, let them actually get rich. Like, it could be a cycle that we could just keep, you know? Like, your friend start a label, we all pour into your friend label. Now your friend rich, then the next person start they clothing line, and we pouring into their clothing line, and the next person start doing here. We like, when they be like, I just see a status of somebody saying that they didn't like when people talk shit about too many fields being saturated, because there's enough money out there for everybody. And then there's people, my opinion is, it's like, yes, we all can eat off one thing, but we don't have to. You're definitely good at something else. Let's explore that. But sadly, we live in a society where a lot of people do not have the resources to explore anything. That's another privilege that I have had from living here. I have had the privilege to grow and decide what type of human I want to be in society, and now I'm trying to figure out how to thrive and be that type of human. But unfortunately, there's no mentorship. At least I haven't found the mentorship yet, because everybody around me only know they still in the matrix. All they know is work. I was like, that sounds so miserable. I wouldn't mind getting the life partner and like have fun. Enjoy this life. Because yes, we have all the time, but it's also limited time. Like, I really am a YOLOer. Like, you only live once. Like, tomorrow could be the last day, and if tomorrow is the last day, I don't want to have that life of all she did was go to work, come home, watch TV, go to work, come home, watch TV. A holiday comes out, she does something fun with family, go to work, come. Like, that is not a loop of insanity I want to be in. I No, no, no. And it ain't even working, because not working is boring, especially when everybody else is doing it. It's very boring. It's just that I need the freedom to be like, hey, I got something to do today. Not today. I also need, like, I did this work yesterday. I don't want to wait 2 weeks to be paid for that. I did the work yesterday. You already got the work. Give me the damn money. Stop playing. Oh, man. But yeah, this was the next book I read, and I also own this one. It's autobiography, and again, lessons in this motherfucker. I learned something new about my favorite artist, and she was just born to be the baddest. She was born to be that girl. Like, she was born to be what she is, and she seems like such a sweet person. Through the book, it radiates that she's a sweet person. Even when, like, her celebrity friends talk about her on social media, she seems like a sweet person. Even stuff from Richfield, but she's like, hey, her and Megan Thee Stallion. I'm a hottie, baby. I'm an older millennial hottie, and I was definitely a hot girl. Lil Wayne, them hot girls before hottie, but ooh, these bugs. I almost done them. The next book I read was a book called Goal by Alexander House. Romance novel. Quick, sweet, to the point. Nice little love story. If you love a nice little love story, Goal by Alexander House was a good one. Right after that, another short and sweet, Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. It was okay. I don't. Everybody online was like, it's so good, and I'm like, I feel like I was left on a cliffhanger, like. But I guess there was lessons of, again, generational traumas, generational curses, generational, like, we can't keep doing the same shit over and over. That's insanity. Somebody gotta change the cycle. Yeah. Let me see. Let me ask myself some fancy questions. I do want to live in another state, because Virginia and South Carolina are the only two states I've lived in. My problem is I don't want to live anywhere that snows. That's absolutely out of the question. And then the realization, thank God for social media. I am not one of those people who think social media need to go away. I use social media to educate myself, and I block out negativity on that motherfucker. But when thinking about moving to a different state, you have to consider not only racism, politics, sundown towns, but natural disasters. Any place to get wildfires and earthquakes, sandstorms. Like, I like the thought of a hurricane. The meteorologist said the hurricane is on the way. Pack my ish and go up north a little. Go the opposite direction of the hurricane's predicted path. Simple solution. You know, I never witnessed no earthquake where I actually felt the earth shake, but we've had a couple of those. But that's the issue with moving someplace else. Like, sandstorm, earthquake, wildfire, sandstorm. Like, I've seen Sharknado, no. But that really limits me. But that's the beauty of the concept of the RV. Like, I essentially can become one of those people that when the East Coast is warm, I'm on the East Coast. When the East Coast get cold, I go to the West Coast. The Midwest, you get, I don't know. The middle area, winter's a good time. When it's cold, it's cold. When it's hot, and it's a dry heat. I'm a Southern girl. We don't got no dry heat. Yeah, we gonna get that RV, because, baby girl, I've accepted I live a spoiled life, and I want to keep living that life. I deserve it. This is the book I am currently reading. This author is not black, but I also did not pick this book out. I took my niece to the library to fill out a job application with me, and I told her to get a book. She picked this book up. So I was like, well, let me start her book. I got a little interested, so I took it. And It seemed like it's called We Can't Keep Meeting Like This by Rachel Lynn Solomon. It seemed like a romance novel. I do think I know exactly what's going to happen, and I think that's why I've been procrastinating. Because I'm not even stunned. I am not one of those people who read like 30 books in a month. 2 books. It takes me. I'm clocking at a month per book, and that's how you know the book is good if I get it done in a month. Because when I was reading Gild, Glint, Glow, and Gleam, those took months. So yeah. But it do seem like it's gonna be good. And I was like, when I started reading it, I was like, girl, I knew you was not gonna read this, and I gotta see if it's even appropriate for you. So if it's good, I'm gonna give back there and see if she's gonna read it, because I be trying to, again, when I learn Americans are basically idiots. School system ain't teaching them to turn shit they really can read. I try to encourage my nieces to pick up some books, but it's very hard. It's very hard when to get somebody to try to read, because most people think they don't have the time to read, even though they will literally watch an 8-episode, 49-minute per episode series in one sitting. What else? So, that's my current read. I do think when I'm done with this, I actually do think I'm gonna go in for another, well, of course, I'm gonna get the 3rd installment of this. Whenever does come, I'm gonna read that immediately when those hit the library. But I'm gonna get something along the lines of this. People have been suggesting books to help elevate my mind, so I'm gonna look through the suggestions and see. But people be suggesting non-black authors to help elevate my mind, and they just don't stop trying to push the white man on me. Oh shoot. But I'm trying to think, did I answer the basics of what I'm on this YouTube for? Follow me at I Just Do Ish on all social media platforms. I definitely should not have smoked before this. It was not. It's on one hand, it do get my brain going, but baby, I think being on the spectrum really gonna get me. And I knew to be an outsider, because as y'all saw when that bee came, it's I'm good into the animals, kind of and I actually like being in the sun. That's how I got sunburned. I enjoy what I call charging my melanin, just having the sun beam on me, and then it just make me look so fine. And but yeah, I don't think I got any more. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I just do ish, as you can hear. I'm a person that I just be doing stuff for real, and it seems to be something that I'm supposed to do, so I'm trying. But y'all, that's all the A's that I have with the no Q's that y'all ask. Maybe one day I'll have enough of a following so y'all can ask questions and we can do a real Q&A. But I just wanted to introduce myself to the channel and the people and the family, and yeah. Lost my train of thought. I'm getting distracted by all the ruffleage I hear. If you got to the end, thank you. I assume you're a person that like authentic content, and that's all I got, because I'm too lazy to do all the hoopla holla. That's the best. So I try to create some natural scenery. That's the best I can do for you. That's the best I can do for you. But if you haven't yet, subscribe, like this video, drop a comment. Comment on my shirt. Drop a comment, let me know what you think of my shirt. This is the number one way I support black-owned businesses. I stay getting the shirt. That's an aspiration of mine. I aspire to have everything in my life come from a black-owned business. And follow me, Instagram, TikTok, and I Just Do Ish on everything. And tune in and watch what I do. Come watch the ish that I do. Be a part of this crazy world. And join my path to becoming a cult leader.